back to my channel. So for today's video I decided to show you guys how I downsized this pleated skirt in order to fit me again. So I bought the skirt about 2 years ago from H&M, and back then I was a size 10, but I've lost some weight since then and I'm quite disappointed that it doesn't fit me anymore. But I don't want to get rid of it, I still wanted to wear it, and since I know how to sew, I just thought I might as well have a go at trying to make it smaller so that I can get wear out of it again. So I just thought making this video might be helpful to some of you guys out there that might have bought a skirt online and it might be too big but you still want to wear it. Or you might have the same problem as me where you had a pleated skirt and you've lost weight and it doesn't fit you anymore but you don't want to get rid of it. So this video might be helpful to you to be able to downsize a skirt so that it fits you again so you can get more wear of it again. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, I'll just show you what I did along the way. So here's the skirt beforehand. As you can see, it's way too big. It needs taking in a couple of inches around the waist. And here I'm just showing you how it should fit. So to make sure the skirt will actually fit me, I've used this other skirt from H&M, which is the same design, same structure and everything, just a different size that actually fits me, and I'll be using this as a size reference. This one is actually a size 6, so we're going to be making the black and white one from a size 12 to a 6. So the first thing I did was I laid down the skirt that I wanted to alter on the floor, and I placed the skirt that fits me on top of it. I lined up all the pleats and the edges and the waistband, so that I could see how much bigger the original skirt was. After doing this, I saw that the black and white skirt was actually one pleat bigger than the checkered skirt. So all I have to do is get rid of one pleat to make it the same size as the checkered skirt. And the part that I'm pointing to here is the size of one pleat. So this is how I folded the waistband to get rid of one pleat. So I found the centre of the back of the skirt, and it turns out that there is actually an odd number of pleats on the back of the skirt, so I just went to the pleat to the left of the middle. This might be a little bit confusing, but I hope I explain it well enough that you understand. So as you can see on the back of the skirt, there are vertical lines going down where the pleats have been sewn in place from the waistband. I took two lines that you see here that were next to each other that form one pleat, and I folded in the middle of them so that the two lines would be brought to meet in the middle. I held this in place and just folded down the fabric that was now inside the skirt. This has now taken away one pleat and made it the same size as the checkered skirt. I continue to hold the fold that I just made while I lay it down on the floor so that I can make sure that it's the same size as the checkered skirt. I also continue to hide the pleat that I just folded away by taking the pleat that was on top and matching it up with the one that was underneath it. Although it's not sewn yet, as you can see, there is now one pleat less than before. What I'm showing you here is that one of the pleats is now completely disguised by another one folded on top of it. Down here is where we'll eventually sew to secure it in place. So now, just to make sure that they are the same size now, I took the checkered one and placed it on top of the black and white one just as I did before, and now when I match up the waistbands you can see that they're perfectly the same size. So here I'm just doing that exact same fold, and I'm going to secure it with a safety pin so that it's easier to sew. I did attempt to sew this on the machine, but the fabric was just way too thick for the machine to handle, so I ended up having to do it by hand, which unfortunately I don't have any footage of. but it's just sewing down this line, down to where the factory pleats are sewed to. So as I'm showing you here, I sewed the waistband down, and I also sewed the pleat down to where the factory pleats are sewn, so that it looks as much like the original skirt as possible. And here's how the inside looks as well. So here's how the skirt looks after I'd just sewn the waistband down. I hadn't sewn all the way down the pleat yet because I wanted to make sure it did fit me perfectly around the waist, and it would be easier to alter it if it didn't. The way you can see the pleat sticking out at the back, that's where I need to sew down next, so that they all lay flush together and seamlessly. So next I needed to sew the pleat down so that it wouldn't stick out anymore like before. And I didn't have any pins on me, so I used something called Wonderweb, which is basically iron-on interfacing, which you put between the layers of something that you want to sew together and you iron it, and it basically heats up and fuses the two layers of fabric together. This is a good method if you're not very good at sewing, and it's clean and easy, but I used it to secure the two layers together so that they wouldn't move around when I sewed. So I just put the interface in between the two layers of fabric that I wanted to attach together, and I covered them with a cotton cloth so that the iron wouldn't touch the glue. Then I ironed for about 2 minutes, took the iron off, and allowed it to cool. And so now you can see that the two layers of fabric are fused together. You could just leave it here if you didn't want to sew the rest of it, but I decided that sewing it would make it more secure because the glue can come apart over time. Now I'm just ironing the pleats to make sure that they stay nice and neat throughout the process. So now I'm sewing down the rest of that pleat. You want to make sure that you're only sewing through 2 layers, not sewing the entire pleat down to the skirt. You're only sewing through the 2 layers that you attach together with the Wonderweb. I also made sure to stop sewing when I reached the 2 white lines at the bottom. I skipped over them, sewed between, and then skipped over again and sewed the rest of the way down. Here's how that pleat looks all sewn down. So you can see it's just one long straight stitch all the way down to the bottom, only through those 2 layers. This keeps the pleats separate just like the other pleats. So that's how the skirt looks all finished. And here's the skirt afterwards. I think it's a huge improvement. It actually fits me now, so I can start wearing it again. I'm really happy with how it came out. The pleat at the back doesn't look weird anymore because I sewed it down. And I'm just really happy it fits again. And also the good thing about the way I did this is that if I ever gain weight in the future, I'll just be able to unpick all the seams so that it's bigger and then I'll be able to wear it again after that. That's one of the main reasons I just folded the pleat inside itself, because I didn't want to cut any material off. Once you cut material off, you can't put it back on again. See, it fits a lot better now, and I'm really happy with how it came out, and I'm so happy that I can finally start wearing it again. It was like my favourite skirt for so long, and then I couldn't wear it anymore and I was so sad. But yeah, I'm super happy I can actually wear it again now. And I hope this video helps some of you guys as well if you might have the same problem as me. I think being able to sew is an underrated skill, and I know that if I couldn't sew I probably would have thrown it away and bought a new one. But I'm really happy that I was able to downsize a skirt so that it fits me again, so that I didn't have to spend any more money on a new skirt and I can just continue wearing this one. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe and a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers at the moment, so if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. And also I'd like to thank Uvimi for sending me this half pink half blue wig. If you guys would like to find it online, I'll leave a link down below, and I also have a 10% off discount code that you guys can use to get 10% off anything on Uvimi. I'm not being paid to say that or anything, I just have a discount code, and I'd really appreciate if any of you guys would use the code if you ever find yourself buying anything from Uvimi. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!